Hey Scorpio, welcome to your weekly forecast for March 27th through April 2nd. This is going to be for Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're just going to check in here and see what's coming up in the week ahead. Keep in mind that this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. You may need a private reading, which might be a good week to get that in if you'd like. I am having a sale. I'll talk about that at the end. But right now, we're going to connect, and we're going to see what messages are coming up here for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. And we're going to get in here and just see. First card coming up for the lovely Scorpio collective is the Well. And this is a major arcana card. Not every single tarot deck has this as a major arcana card. Obviously, this one does, as you can see, as you can tell. And so major arcana cards are going to come up anytime that we're coming into a significant new chapter. It's a defining moment. There are periods of transitions in which the things that are happening are directly connected to what we're meant to experience. So things might be a little bit kismet in some way, or a little bit kind of like coincidental or like serendipity. You might be experiencing this, Scorpio, a lot of you, this kind of energy. And so these kinds of crossroads can be really scary because it's a time of like really big change, and we might be scared about the decisions that we're making. Maybe we're really questioning, did I do the right thing? Am I doing the right thing? But this is the thing, because these are the things directly connected with the karmic growth that you're experiencing, the ascension that you're experiencing. Your angels and guides are helping you through those transitions. There's divine intervention in your life, and there's assistance that you're receiving on a spiritual level, and you're not gonna fail as long as you don't just lay down and give up. As long as you keep moving along, you're being helped, you're being guided. Now, the Well is a card that tells us that we may be receiving a lot of answers and a lot of guidance as we're getting grounded and spending time in nature. So for some of you Scorpios, it can be really helpful to try to just kind of get outdoors. And I know some of us live in like urban environments, city environments. We can't just, like take a walk down, to the, corner or whatever and have a forest in our backyard. That doesn't always happen. And even then, I'm not advising for people to go out into the wilderness by themselves. But, even if it's just like, if there's a tree, like at a bus stop, maybe you just kind of want to hang out by that tree. Or if there's a park that you can go to, or just getting fresh air, or maybe even bringing plants, crystals, rocks into your home space. Maybe you want to have like a little plant and, rock little like meditation corner. But there could be a lot of ideas that are coming your way, a lot of clarity and answers that are coming your way as you're connecting with earth energy and as you're giving yourself time in nature. I feel that for a lot of you, the ideas that are coming in are directly connected to sources of passive income. So I feel like a lot of Scorpios are coming into a time where they're learning to be in that universal flow financially, and setting themselves up in a way where they're going to have income coming in, and they're going to be able to do things. So it might not be like how we're used to, where you're clocking in and clocking out, or having a 9 to 5, or running a business that is requiring you to be present, but rather to have a form of income, a form of passive income, where maybe you're just signing off checks at the end of the pay period, and you have other people doing things for you, or you've put something out there that's bringing in money, that's bringing in income through sales or through investments, and you have free time. So I feel like a lot of Scorpios are going to be coming into a time where They have free time to do the things they want to do, and they also have income coming in. So in the coming weeks, there could be a lot of inspiration or a lot of guidance that you may be receiving around this. The next card that's coming up here for the Scorpio collective is the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups, like I said, ideas are going to be coming in. And Seven of Cups can sometimes come up when we're not sure which thing to focus on. Some of you are going to have many ideas coming in at once. I would say that some of you might be feeling a little bit confused about how to get started or how to get going. And sometimes what helps is just to kind of think, okay, which ones are the easiest, which ones can I get going on first, and build up to the bigger things over time. And sometimes it could be to ask ourselves which one excites me the most, which one is the most exciting for me right now. Is it possible? Can I get to it now? How do I need to go about making this happen? But just doing one thing at a time. Avoid trying to feel like you have to grow a tree all at once. Well, when the tree grows, it starts out with that little sprout. That sprout will eventually become a trunk. That trunk is going to eventually become the branches that come out one by one, and the leaves that come out, and it just expands over time. It doesn't just pop out a fully formed tree. So though you may have a lot of ideas, this is going to take some time, doing them one at a time. I feel some of you might even have like this millionaire mindset. What is it? Like when you have 7 sources of income or 8 sources of income, that makes you a millionaire. There's some kind of formula that I'm being reminded of, that I've heard of, that I've never like looked into, but there could be this kind of thinking for some of you, where like you're wanting to branch out into different things or have multiple streams of income. You can't do them all at once. So you just get them going one at a time. It's kind of making me think of in high school, I had a drama teacher who made it mandatory to learn how to juggle. And the final for that class was juggling. And in the beginning, everybody was like, there's no way. How am I going to learn to juggle? And we would work on it. We would work on it in class. And one of the things you learn when you're learning how to juggle is you start with one, and then you add another, and then you're in the flow, you add another, you're in the flow, you add another, and that's how you learn to do it. You get it going, and then you'll add something else to the rotation. And when that's going, you've got a handle on it. Now you add something else to the rotation. You don't start with all of them all at once. Not the first time. When you see people that do them all at once, they've started and they've gotten the practice. But them in the beginning, it was just one, and then another, and then until they could handle it all. So just start with one thing at a time. And once you have a good handle on it, and you have a good system, it's like everything is in place. Okay, now we can add in this next idea. Now we can add in this next thing. So just one at a time. One at a time. And just try to focus on one at a time. Don't get overwhelmed with trying to make the big picture in your mind all happen at once. The next card that's coming up here for you all is the Six of Wands. And this is sometimes referred to as the victory card. And so this could be a sense of like you may be receiving some good news. You may be selected for something very competitive right now. Maybe you've put in for something and you're getting good news that you've been chosen, you've been selected. Six of Wands is also overcoming challenges and overcoming obstacles. It could also be making a name for yourself in your career, your work path, having a positive reputation. Could just be people speaking about you very positively, seeing the ways that you've grown, seeing the ways that that you're reaching, like to reach your potential. Like there could be a lot of positive talk about you right now, and people may be saying very positive things about you, and this is causing maybe people to want to reach out to you, to work with you, to get to know you, to be friends with you, maybe even date you. But there could definitely be here a time in which you're receiving some positive attention, and people are noticing your accomplishments, and people are noticing how much you're growing and how much you're progressing here. Okay, that's the feeling I'm getting with the Six of Wands here in this case here for Scorpio. I will also say the yellow is really jumping out at me. It's kind of like a yellow orange, but the yellow aspect is really jumping out at me. So I feel like this could be a really good time for the Scorpio collective to work on I'm sorry, I had to pause here for a moment. So this could be a good time for the Scorpio collective to work on focusing on the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus is like your source of identity, your confidence, your courage. And so maybe looking up solar plexus affirmations or meditations, and a sense of kind of working with being in that energy and centering yourself and focusing on that energetic center inside of yourself, and anything coming into your identity, who you are. And this might also come to also like uh, understanding your worth and your identity, and it not being attached to physical things or superficial things, like getting a better understanding on a soul level, who you are and your worth and ways in which you're going to bring about change and be of service. And when we are in our flow and we are in our service, this is when that abundance flow comes to us. Okay, it's all like we're all a part of an ecosystem. We look at nature, and all of the animals just do what is in their instinct to do, what they're guided to do, and it keeps the planet going. It keeps life going, right? If we didn't have bees, we would all cease to exist. They perform a very significant task, and all of nature, all the animals in nature keep the earth alive and keep the cycle of life going just by doing what they intuitively are guided to do, and they receive abundantly. They have food, they have shelter, they have their little herds and tribes and groups and love and mates and, families. They don't worry about it. The animals don't have dating apps trying to find somebody. They don't have colleges or like institutions that they go to learn how to be what they are. They just are. And it's us, it's we humans that are so disconnected from that. But I feel here like connecting with that solar plexus energy is going to bring us into the function that comes naturally to us, that is not going to feel like work, and it's just being in that existence and being in that flow and opening up to receive. The next card that's coming up here for the Scorpio collective is the Judgment card. And so we're starting with a major arcana and we're ending with a major arcana. So there's like some full circle moments that are going to be happening for the Scorpio collective in the weeks ahead, starting this week. The Judgment card can be answering a calling, doing something we feel pulled or called to do. So for some of you Scorpios, there's been an idea and you've been thinking about it for the longest time. And yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. One of these days I'm going to do that. I feel like the call for that is becoming stronger and stronger to where you can no longer ignore it. And you're like, you know what? I'm going to get to it. I'm going to start doing it. I'm going to, make it happen. I'm going to start focusing on that. And this is setting you on your path. You might want to check out your other videos. Some weeks your other videos might resonate more than your sun sign. There's a playlist in the description that will take you to the other videos. If you want to check out love videos, playlists for those also in the description. And if you would like to schedule a private reading with me, there's links in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/amethystangelite. I am having a sale now through the 31st of March. The 30-minute video readings are usually $50. I'm doing them for $25. There's also other video options or audio reading options available. You can check out the lists and connect and click on what looks good to you. If you'd like a private reading, I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Take care and be well, my darlings.